Hey, it's Scott from Collectiv. Today we're going to look at two brand new features in Power BI that are going to bring you great success in 2023 and beyond. First new feature for 2023 is app audiences. What are app audiences? It's a new feature that allows you to customize your applications that you create within Power BI to share your content to different users who might have different needs. If you're familiar with apps, you know we can update an app or create an app within a workspace. This one's in my development workspace, for example. First page is pretty straightforward. Second page, also pretty straightforward. We just add the content that we might want in our app. This one I'm using two just demos that I have on my computer here. Third page is our audience. This is going to be our new feature. So you can see at the top here, we have some tabs. These are new audience that I've created. There's a button here to add even more. So in our audience, you can see we can hide or not hide different reports from our audience and add users for security over here so they can see it or not see the tabs once they open it. So this is how you can have maybe your management would see all three of these audiences, and maybe your operations only sees one of these audiences. But you can see once you get into the app itself, depending on how you set it up, you have your views up here of your different reports. And this one, for example, has both reports. This one has one. This one has the other one. App audiences is a new feature which is really going to improve how you distribute content in your organization. Our next big feature for 2023 is a group of comparison calculation measures. So this is a group of three new measures: offset, window, and index. They're going to make your life a whole lot easier when you're trying to compare one number to another within a visual. First function, offset. You notice we've got a table, simple table visual here with country and total sales. And if we bring in our offset calculation here, we can see that our total sales of our previous row, this is our offset calculation. We're going to use calculate our total sales. We're going to offset -1 based off of our country, ordered in an ascending fashion. So once we bring this into our table, you'll see the -1 brings us back a row. So France now equals the value of Canada, Germany equals the value of France, and so on. You can see the totals add up based off of our offset values. And the real bonus here is not just that we can provide this value, but we can provide values based off of it. So I've created another function here based off offset, another measure, and we're going to subtract our total sales number from our total sales previous row number. And that's going to provide the difference between the row you're in versus the row right above you. So you can see the difference between these total values is 533 and so on. Using this offset function lets you use that sort of cellular table type of reference that you're used to doing with Excel, and will make it a lot easier for you to compare numbers in Power BI in 2023. Our cousin to offset, window function. Our window function is going to take a little slice of our data and apply a value to it based off of what we define as that little slice. So our visual is obviously looking at months over time, over multiple years. What I've done is I've written a function here, moving average 3 months. We're averaging X, our window function. So our table is going to be our window function, which means let's look back -2. So let's look back 2 months. 0 is meaning let's include our current month for a total of 3 months. Our all selected is letting us know what we want to compare. So we're looking at year and month. We're sorting our month because we want our time to go linearly. And we're sorting that ascending so that we look at it looking forward. And we're going to compare our total sales and average that over 3 months. So that's our window function, and it's an average of a window function. Once I add that to our graph, we've got an average of the last 3 months plotted against our total sales for the month. This was a really hard function to write back when we didn't have window function, because we'd have to look over time. We'd have to use time intelligence. We'd have to write some complex DAX that is not really beginner friendly. So the third new function within this group is called index. Now an index function is going to assign a number to our rows here. So we're looking at Canada would be number 1, France number 2, Germany number 3, etc. So the index is sort of like a helper function that's going to be written into other functions to allow you to multiply, divide, calculate, whatever you need to do to compare these calculation measures. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, especially if you have any questions about these new features. Visit gocollectiv.com to learn more about these new features and how we can help you in 2023.